On Sunday, I gave you an opportunity to get Brian Rosica's latest selection at half price, as I have done many times here in the past 3 weeks, giving you the top plays of some red-hot handicappers for a half-price opportunity. And Rosica cashed in again, and congratulations to him. Not only 75 dime winner number 4 in a row, not only a road blowout as he used UCLA, a 3-point chalk in revenge at USC, and the Bruins rolled by 16 in that contest to win easily. But more importantly, his 7th consecutive winner. He is now 13-3 since joining the site shortly after the Super Bowl. And in that stretch, 630 dimes of net profit. Now, Rosica doesn't have anything today, but once more, I've got another half-price special available on today's card. And this time I turn to Anthony Red. And A-Red, as you know, red hot in basketball the past 2 years, no pun intended, today with NBA winner number 8 in a row. 8 in a row, and it also happens to be his 50-dime winner number 10 out of 15. It's your Wizards-Raptors contest. He's also seeking winning day number 19 out of 27. The numbers in the NBA alone, $10 bettors the past 2 years have won $6,675. And today, you can get his 8th consecutive NBA winner for half price. And again, it is 50-dime winner, number 10 out of 15 overall, simply by using this coupon code, his last name, RED, R-E-D-D. Normal price, $70. You get it, $35. That's right, $35. You get Anthony Red's 8th consecutive NBA winner from a guy who has made basketball bettors, $10 basketball bettors in college and pro, over 11 grand the past 2 years combined, and you get it for half price today, only $35, simply by using that coupon code as I just gave you. And once again, it's his last name, R-E-D-D, Red, for Anthony Red tonight. Brad Wilton continues his red-hot run tonight with 20-dime winner number 3 in a row as he looks for winning day number 8 out of 9. Now, yesterday, he had his, I think it was 6th consecutive 30-dime winner, LaSalle at Rhode Island. I graded it as a push. I know a lot of you out there won with that game. However, I told Brad that he had to take it as a push. Still doesn't hide the fact that over the past 10 days, $10 bettors have made a cool $1,560. So hopefully he can continue on his red-hot roll. And kudos going out to Craig Davis, another 50-dime winner, number 11 out of 15 yesterday. Notre Dame crushing Cincinnati by 21 points. He's got another Big East play tonight, a 20-dimer on Syracuse and Marquette. Of course, over the past 3.5 months, $10 bettors have won over $4,000 following Craig's advice. Now, let's get to your free selections today. You know, it's interesting. I'm looking here at my own record, guys, and I want to talk about free picks. My own record here with free picks the past 11 days is 14-5. My premium plays in that same day, 11-day period, 3-8. So, some people, and I'm talking about people that are in the business, people outside of the business. Some people think there's a direct correlation between how you do with free picks and how you do with your paid selections. Well, geez, I just disproved that one, didn't I? But the fact is, there is a correlation, but it really depends on how you interpret it all, okay? I've seen guys that can go on incredible free pick runs and they couldn't pick a winner for their life. I've seen guys that can't win a free pick, but they've been incredibly focused on that one particular play. When I look at my own personal dilemma here, 14-5 with free picks the past 11 days, giving you Notre Dame yesterday, and going 3-8 in that same 11-day span with my best bets, to me, I look at that as a sign that I am trying too often to fit a square peg in a round hole. And yesterday, for example, I went with St. John's. I thought St. John's was a good play because I just didn't feel confident enough to pull the trigger on Notre Dame. I knew to avoid that Illinois-Michigan game. Matter of fact, I gave you Illinois as a free pick, and it was a loser yesterday. Didn't really have a feel on UCLA-USC. But again, yesterday, I tried to put a round peg in a square hole. And in my career, doing this, and I've always been very successful with the free picks, when I am in a slump, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Because obviously the winners are there. Otherwise, the free picks wouldn't be on such an incredible run. Problem is, it's just my, how do you say it? My ability to choose the plays. And for one reason or another, it's a round peg in a square hole. And that has definitely been my downfall. And that works into today's selection with the free pick on Iowa State and Kansas, the Big 12 battle tonight in Ames, Iowa. I like Iowa State in this game. I'm going to just tell you up front, and I'll tell you why here in just a minute. But then I keep thinking to myself, am I once again putting that square peg in a round hole? Because this game has all the telltale signs of being similar to the Kansas game at Oklahoma State last week, which went into double overtime, and Kansas, a 1-point dog, eventually won by 1 point. Now listen, I know Iowa State almost pulled off the upset when these two met in their Big 12 opener this season in Lawrence. It was Iowa State's 6-point lead in the second half. And then one guy's for Kansas hit this 3-point bank shot with a second to play in regulation to force overtime. Iowa State was just dejected. I mean, they just had all the air let out of their balloons. They gave up the first 11 points in overtime in that contest, and Kansas eventually rolled to the win. But remember, when KU came to Ames last year, it was Iowa State that pulled off the upset. And this was an Iowa State team that comes in here tonight having won 22 straight games at Hilton Coliseum where they play. That's the third longest winning streak in college basketball. Why is it the third longest winning streak? It used to be the fourth longest winning streak. But Colorado State, who I told you to go against Saturday when they hosted New Mexico, used to have the number 3 winning streak at 26 in a row before they were upset by a 5.5-point road dog in the Lobos on Saturday. So, even though Kansas, I am not a believer in Kansas. I've told you that many, many times. This is a team that just takes too many nights off offensively. Even though Iowa State is a team that, puts plenty of points on the board. In fact, they lead the Big 12 at 79.5 points a game. Even though they are an offensive juggernaut and playing at home where they have had this incredible long winning streak, I'm just a little fearful of backing Iowa State. So instead of making that my best bet today, I turned instead to the Big East game between Villanova and Seton Hall, and that's where I'm putting my money. I'm giving you Iowa State as the play here tonight. Listen, the one thing I will tell you about Iowa State, you've got a team that lives and dies by the three. I mean, they lead the nation at hitting almost 10 three-pointers a game. Think about that. 10 three-pointers a game, 9.6 to be exact. Well, that's an extra 10 points a game. I mean, you're getting because of your long-range accuracy. They're playing at home with their top player, Will Claiborne, who comes into this contest averaging 14.9 points and 7.3 rebounds a game, is averaging 21 points a game at home in his last 5 in Ames. So I think Iowa State, and this one is anywhere from Iowa State +1 to pick them. I think Iowa State is the play here. But again, there's a reason why it's a free pick. And it's kind of... I also want to take a quick look at this other game between Denver and the LA Lakers. I think this is an interesting play here tonight. The Nuggets playing at home, 6.5-point favorite tonight. You look at the Lakers, okay, they're coming off that barn burner against Dallas yesterday on the road, but that was an early game on Sunday. But they are playing the second of back-to-back games. They are playing in the higher altitude. You have a thin team with little bench, aging veteran squad. Kobe had to carry the Lakers to the win yesterday, their third in a row in 11 out of 14 games. Denver has dominated in the last 2 meetings in the series after losing the opener. But here's the problem with the Nuggets, okay? This is their second home game since the All-Star break. The first one was against Boston. Even though they were playing in big-time revenge because the Celtics in triple overtime had snapped their then 9-game winning streak in Boston prior to the break, the Nuggets needed to rally in the fourth quarter to take the lead and eventually won by 7, laying 8.5, failing to cover. Then they go on the road. They lose at Washington and win at Charlotte, barely win at Charlotte, back-to-back nights. And Gallinari, their leading scorer, played only 6 minutes in each of those games because of bruised thigh. Now, he's supposed to be playing tonight, but this guy to me has always been a paper tiger. This is not a guy who's going to play through thick and thin and, be there even if, he's dragging along a broken leg up and down the floor. He's not that type of player. And you say, okay, the Lakers, I just acknowledge they're an aging team playing the second of back-to-backs. They're 4-5 straight up in back-to-backs this season. So I think the Nuggets are a play here tonight. I'm not going to release it as a free pick. I just wanted to give you my opinions on this particular contest. You've got a 22-3 team at home that hasn't been able to close out enough guys as far as I'm concerned this season. A team that just lost at Washington and barely beat Charlotte. Do I suddenly think they're going to turn it around tonight? I think they have an opportunity to cover this number tonight, but with the way the Lakers are playing with such confidence right now, I just don't know. So, the free pick is going to be Iowa State. I lean a little toward Denver. That'll do it. Good luck to you all, and catch you again on Tuesday.